Markets on Air, with a focus on women at the helm. Crisis in the shipbuilding industry, bankruptcy, and takeover. Now this woman is bringing Germany's oldest shipyard back on track. Natalia Dean has headed Hamburg's Pelasitas for 4 years now, and her 230 employees have lots to do. For instance, this ferry needs to be repaired and serviced, from the flooring to the engine. Dean is a fan of passenger ships, large and small.
Faraway places, romance, adventure, things you connect with a ship. And now I know how they're made.
And she knows that this is no easy job. Pella Shipyard in St. Petersburg had purchased the insolvent Hamburg shipyard Zitas and brought the Belarus-born manager on board. The factory halls were standing empty, but they were well equipped.
It was all very cutting edge and quite big. It was immediately clear to us that we could build up a second site here.
Zitas builds entire ship parts and supplies them to other shipbuilders. That means the machines can stay active even when the company doesn't have orders for its own ships. But Dean is aiming for more production work.
What you see here now is a lot of steel work, which pays correspondingly less. What we want is to offer products with added value, which customers are willing to pay for.
And that added value is mainly provided by the engineers who designed the complex vessels. Pelasitas has just delivered its first new build. 2 more are under construction. Natalia Dean is particularly proud of an order for a suction dredger worth 95 million euros.
Landing a big project like this means that the shipyard is fully operational, that we have the necessary know-how, that we have the engineers, and that we've got our production up and running. Small-scale projects, anyone can do those.
Pelasitas now employs more than 70 engineers, and their know-how is needed. The shipyard has just received another order for a ferry powered by liquid natural gas.
700,000. That's how many German small and medium-sized companies are headed by women. And their number is rising, according to the Association of German Women Entrepreneurs. Today, 1 out of 3 self-employed people is female. Women head 40% of newly founded enterprises. But the larger the company, the smaller the proportion of women in leading positions.
German economy heading up. German businesses had a robust start into 2018, with experts predicting further growth thanks to the global upswing. Germany has positioned itself well with more growth last year than in the previous 6. In 2016, gross domestic product had risen by 1.9%. That growth climbed to 2.2% in 2017, and the Federal Economy Ministry predicts further growth of 2.4% in 2018. The positive developments are set to be reflected on the job market. And tax cuts in the US and growth in the Eurozone are expected to spur demand for German goods.
Siemens lists healthcare unit. The Munich-based industrial manufacturer staged a successful debut on the stock market for its medical technology division Healthineers. It was one of the biggest recent initial public offerings in Germany and raised 4.2 billion euros for Siemens. Healthineers is a world leader in medical imaging systems such as X-ray, ultrasound and MRI scanners. Siemens wants to invest the money in other areas, but will hold on to 85% of Healthineers shares.
German carmakers optimistic. With plenty of chrome, shiny paint and horsepower, sporty roadsters and concept cars were a big draw at the Geneva Motor Show. Alongside their tried and tested gasoline models, German car makers are going electric and expect rising sales this year. VW is revving up for the future with this all-electric luxury sedan that's due out on the market in 2022. The company is investing heavily in e-technology and plans to be producing 3 million electric vehicles a year by 2025. And Dresden is set to become a major center for VW's electric dreams.
Saxony. Eastern Germany's most populous state has made great strides in recent years. The economy has grown by more than 20% since 2000. Whether it's car production or mechanical engineering, the region has become a top site for global companies such as VW and Porsche and BMW. Infineon has established itself here, as has logistics giant DHL. Its transport hub in Leipzig sends products around the world. Last year, goods worth nearly 42 billion euros were sent abroad from Saxony, up 13% from the previous year. Dresden has developed into a centre for microelectronics and IT. Between the two university cities, researchers and young entrepreneurs work together closely in the areas of environmental technology and the life sciences. In the spring, literature lovers flock to the Leipzig Book Fair. This year, the fair, which has a history reaching back to the 17th century, drew more than 270,000 visitors. But that's just a fraction of the tourists who visit Saxony each year, attracted by the beauty of the Elbe sandstone mountains with the towering Bastei rock formation, as well as the historical city centres. In 2017, hotels in Saxony racked up 20 million overnight stays. And that was Markets on Air.